What is going on, friends, fans, and fam? Welcome back to the South by East podcast, where we talk about the culture, the scriptures, and everything in between. John, what we got cooking today?
See, bro, sometimes people approach me and they like to say, Jonathan, when it comes to theology, are you more conservative or are you more charismatic? And I like to say, well, it depends. Because, I believe in laying hands. And so today's episode, we're looking at this story of a local pastor. Brail, give us what we got here on this story.
Yeah, man, we have a local story of a local pastor who was on his bus, saw someone across the street. Apparently, that person had been accusing him of some things and had been harassing him and his family. Had said some things about his family, and so he crossed 3 lanes of traffic and physically assaulted the man. Is like that, at least that is the legal term.
He said that he made threats against his family.
We're going to watch the clip, and I'm going to let him tell his side of the story. I'm telling the news side of the story. Okay. Let's see what he had to say.
So while I'm working on our bus fleet, one of the men across the street is walking up and down the shoulder. He's shouting vulgarities, profanities, and very nasty words. I'm quoting him. He said, "Tony, I'm going to rape your wife. I'm going to rape all of your grandchildren." And he said, "The next time you go out of town, I'm going to kill them. And what the F are you going to do about it?" End quote. I can't allow a man to rape my wife. I can't allow a man to rape my grandchildren. I will not allow a man to murder my children when I'm gone. The next time you leave, I'm going to kill your family. What the F are you going to do about it?
Brail, do you believe in prophecy? Hey, bro. His theology is informing his life.
Bro, I'm like, come on. Look, hey, whoever edited that clip, they need a raise. Hey, they kept putting it. They kept putting. That boy was like, opening the can, all the cans, let me give you all this.
Over here, he's like, I keep one on my keychain.
Hey, that man been studying Revelation. Yeah, bowls of wrath. He just poured them out.
Hey, fam. So here's the deal. Okay. If you steal my car, I'm not going. We talked about this. I'm not going to see somebody stealing the car out of my driveway.
Yeah.
Stealing a TV out of my house. Mm-hmm. Take the TV, do what you need to do. If you enter that hallway where my family sleeps, because I love the Lord, I will pray over you while 911 is on their way.
Yeah, right.
I
gotta protect.
Hey, fam.
I gotta protect.
Me person is different than my kids and my wife. Mm-hmm. I need you to understand that. Look.
Right. You have a role as a protector, as a father.
Look.
As a
Jesus
husband.
got up on the 3rd day. He ain't promised me I'm getting up on the 3rd day. I need you to understand.
Right.
Don't put me in those kind of decisions and choices.
No, don't put me in those positions. And I'm like, hey, bro, we gotta be for real. Like, my man was like, man, he was shouting these things. We work with a number of people in the community who are not in the right frame of mind. And we know that there are times in which they say things, especially when we've been in places where we've helped with a lot of emergency situations in the community, where we had people who were unwell who needed to be sheltered within our place. There are some times when they say some things, and we have to put boundaries in place. Hey, we got to escort you out. We might have to call the police. We might have to do what we have to do to make sure that people are safe.
Including them.
Including them. Because we got to do what we got to do to make sure people are safe. That's a bar. And so, like, that checks out to me. I didn't see the man's family in the video. I ain't see. My man crossed 3 lanes of traffic.
Hey, fam. I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, Brail. Okay, let's take this. How much of the community you think knows where I live at?
I think quite a few. people. I think
And
quite a
know
few
my
people.
exact house where I live at.
Yeah, I think quite a few people.
So if somebody's telling me what they gonna do to my family next time I leave, does my family have to be present for them to be able to carry that?
No. I think it's a legitimate threat. I think how you deal with it matters. How you deal with it matters. My man hopped off the bus to go handle that. He is now in jail for assault.
I am not condoning his.
The man who threatened his family. Here's what I'm saying. Look, this is where I say we gotta exercise wisdom. The man who threatened his family is not in jail for threatening his family. The
Listen
man
to
who's
me.
going to protect his family
Listen to me.
is in jail for assault. How much protecting is he now doing of his family from jail?
Look.
Jail.
I am not condoning what he did. What I'm saying is, but I understand.
I understand. I get it too. I agree. I agree with that.
Cause see, here's what he felt straight in my eyes. If I was about to take that action, I'm about to make sure that you never have the like when I go to jail, you won't have the
I'll make
ability
sure
to
that
harm
you
my
won't have the
family.
ability to harm my family. Yeah.
If I'm gonna take the action, now I gotta make sure that once they arrest me, you still can't complete the action.
Yeah. But you can't tell me, bro. You can't tell me. It seems like he's a high-profile figure in the community, right? We've had some people that protest us, check with us. Like, you
But,
can't tell me he didn't
bro,
have other resources
I'm gonna tell you,
to make sure that person didn't get to his family.
We have ways of reporting certain things in the community, and it's not always taken with the level of seriousness that we always take. I've
That's true.
had some
That's
deals.
true.
So now you put me in a like, hey, I'm at an advantage right now. While he ain't expecting me
To just roll up on him. Yeah, it's true. But I'm like, man, even the mob, even in the mob, bro, you don't see no gangster mafioso taking stuff into his own hand. Cause he knows like that's not actually gonna get not gonna get me where I need to be.
Hear what I'm saying. I am not condoning the actions that he did. I'm not saying that is the route he should have taken. I am not saying any of that. And I understand. You know, we didn't been in some situations. And we were like, I'm glad it played out like that, cause I mean, there was about to be a new story.
And the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God.
I believe that. I believe that. I do believe that. And I'm just saying, sometimes you're a better salesman than you think you are. So before you start preaching those wolf tickets, you better be ready for what comes with those wolf tickets you're selling.
What I'm hearing is John needs a Secret Service that takes out people like this before they ever get to him, or we're going to see our pastor on the news. That's what I'm hearing. That is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing
look,
that we need to provide
fam,
respite from the temptations.
Look, I want
that assail our pastor.
I want peace for all mankind. And either you are keeping peace or making peace.
You need to keep those pieces. You need to keep them 2 pieces.
I'm just man. Look, I don't. People can say what they want on social media. I ain't talking back on social media. I ain't getting in that. I'm trying to look, fam. We've been joking up to this point, but look, fam. I'm so serious about how much I love Tristan Sublett and my kids.
Yep.
Do not play around with my wife and kids. You do not put me in that. Bro, you know what? Look, fam.
I do.
You can say what you want about me. You can do something. You can take some money. You can do not play with my wife and my kids. At that point, look, fam, I'm asking for forgiveness.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the other piece that I wanted to point out, though. Like, some of us struggle more in that area of how we respond than others. And there are things that cue us that don't cue others the same way, right? And I think that's understandable. That's completely understandable. And I think what's important though is us being where we are. We also got to take accountability for where we are. Yeah, that the other man played a role, and as a pastor, I wouldn't then go on the news and be like, "Hey, it was righteous. It was justified."
No,
It was
I'm not. Look,
that's different. Hey, I could go on the news and tell them, "Hey, I'm not Jesus. Did the best I could. That's where I'm at. That's the best I could."
try Jesus.
Don't try me because I got hands. Right? I think that's it. And I think it's also important that we own, like, hey, that's where I'm at. I'm letting you know that's where I'm at. But that is also where I'm at. And I don't want to then go like, hey, this is the action Jesus
But here's the
would
deal,
take.
and I'm not asking everybody else to walk a tightrope with where I'm at.
Right.
I intentionally don't put myself in certain deals. I don't put myself in certain spaces to hear certain deals because I know where I'm at with certain deals. So I'm not asking everybody else to hold my boundary for me.
Right.
I am creating this boundary, and I'm saying because of that, this is more of where I operate and where I go and how I do.
Yeah. And if you've taken the journey to cross the boundaries and the things I've put in place, this is the response. This is where
I just need you to understand. Like, I have tried to structure my whole life to not be about what I grew up in.
Right. Man, absolutely, John. I feel what you're saying, man. So, but what do y'all think, man? Was the pastor justified? Should he have exercised more patience? Or is there more nuance to the conversation that you think people should be having? We would love to see it in the comment section. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share on your favorite platform. And we'll see you next week
in the intersection.